Hello, it is I, If Poop Was, and today I'm creating a tutorial for the game Try to Die on Blocks.io. So I've played this game many times, but it recently added more levels, giving it 126 so far. And don't worry, guys, when this video gets old and they add even more levels, I've got your back. I will record a tutorial for them also. And as always, make sure you subscribe and like the video. Also, if you played the game, let me know in the comments which level you found the hardest and if this video helped. Okay, let's get started. Okay, here we are in level 1 with a simple parkour. The level start is so easy. Oh, pretend you didn't see that. Okay, level 2. Anyway, the levels start super easy and get harder as we progress. Some levels have complex parkour and some are just annoying cobwebs. Some you need to find the exit that's hidden. And then we have lava, which is just that. Okay, this one is a bit more intricate, but I can see it most of that. Boom, I'm dead. All right, and this is stage 5, so we just go straight and then we go left, go down the long corridor, we keep going, and then you take the last left here, go, take a left here as well, keep going, and there you go, that's a spike. Okay, this is stage 6, just jump into the void. Yeah, okay. Ew. Okay, oh, that was just easy, okay. Okay, with a long stretch and a cobweb. They're very annoying. They slow you down, but you can just neo jump past it, or just jump over it, whichever one you're comfortable with. And zoom. Okay, this is stage 7. Up. Okay. Up the ladder, and then I have this bounce up. Hold space. Nope, just tap it. Okay. Whoa, whoa. Okay. Okay, whoa. Okay, I got it. That was very straining on the head. And then boom. Now we're on stage 9. Okay, this is going to be kind of annoying because the spike randomly spawns and it doesn't kill you straight away. So as you're chasing it, it'll just go away. And then sometimes you don't catch it for a while and then your health goes up. And then you're back at square one. So I'm just going to see if I can get this a few times. Oh, I think I'm spawn protected. Oh. Okay, now I gotta go chase it again. Okay. So on your left, there should be a spike around here. There you go. All right, now we're on stage 12. Now we just gotta bounce on these mushrooms. You gotta be careful not to touch the sides because they'll just fling you sideways. And if you just jump on it as soon as you land, it'll send you just a little bit higher. Oh yeah, just like that. You see little yellow particles, which is good. Okay, let's see if I can get this. Oh, okay, nice. Okay, stage 13. I know it's annoying. Okay, we gotta climb a ladder all the way down, and we touch a spike. I'm assuming there's something in there that will kill us or damage us. Yep, an iron spike, and then the cobwebs that will slow us down. Okay, yeah, this is gonna be a bit repetitive. All right, stage 14, we gotta find the correct button. Now I know that the correct button is on the right side up here, so Let's get there. Alright, nice simple jumps. Now we got a Neo jump coming here. So Neo, 2 block. Nice and easy. Yep. There we go. And we just skip that one. I don't know why that's there. And just click. And there we go. Nice. Did it. Alright, this is stage 15. Now we have to escape. Now we have to go through here, which is a little hidden hole. Boom. And then we just take a little left. And then another left, and we go up the ladder. All the way up here. That's where we were. And then we had to go there. Nice 1 block, and then a sprint. And then a sprint, and then a ladder. Ooh, gotta be careful of that. And then jump. Jump again. Oh yeah. Pretty simple. Okay, we're gonna go the fat mushroom. Okay, we gotta be careful not to overshot. Shoot here. Okay, oh nice, I did it. Alright. These ones are always so difficult because you could hit your head. Oh, okay, nice. Stage 16. Alright, this is a very thick sign, so there must be something behind it. Yep. Alright, stage 17. Another obby. No, nice and simple jump still. Tip, crouch while walking onto the ladder. So crouch and just walk through. Nice and easy. Okay, this is like a sprint jump here. Jump. 3 block Neo. 3 ladders if you can't do it. Nice. Okay. And then jump. Okay. So simple so far. And these are just nice normal jumps. There we go. Ooh, okay, you gotta sprint for these ones. There we go, and let's go on the leaves. And let's do a normal jump. Right? Ooh, almost failed that one. Nice, and sprint, and go forward, and there we go. Okay, we're now on stage 18. Now, from where you spawn, you're facing this way, and the sign that will kill you will be on the corner here. Alright, and now we have stage 19. And remember stage 11, the cobwebs? Yeah, this is version 2. Oh, it's even worse. It must be longer. Well, you know the drill, guys. Okay, this is just stage 20. Looks like we just have to go and follow the route. Nothing too difficult. It's just cobwebs and a bit of fat mushrooms. I don't think there's any way to try and jump past the cobwebs. Nope. Oh gosh. It's very bouncy. Yep. Oh my goodness. Ooh. No, you can't jump over them. No, you just gotta wait it out. Oh, don't hit me. Damn, I got hit. Okay, I gotta center myself so I don't get hit by these mushrooms. There we go. I gotta make sure you don't go too far forward and you get pushed by that one. Just a little bit. There we go. And I don't know what those ones up there will do. I'm not gonna jump. Alright, and it's right in sight. Easy peasy. Alright, we're on stage 21. Who created blocks? It was created on January 2021. And who's the owner of this game? It's Sosu. And random is option 2. There we go. And what has keys but opens no locks? This thing. And are you subscribed to Susu Blocks on YouTube? Yes, I am. Stage 22. Please. Okay. Okay. Nice. Okay. Going good, going good. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, I made up here again. Oh. Okay, nice and easy jumps. Ooh. There we go. Now I gotta make sure I don't overshoot this. Oh, it's very easy. Stage 23. Alright, very easy. You just go and touch this brown one. Nice. I guess this map's press to get gold coin. Oh, earn money. Dying costs 500 gold coins. Okay, I just need to click this until I get 500 gold coins. Alright, there we go. Alright, this is going to take a while, so I'll cut to the next one, stage 25. Okay, we're on stage 25, and behind us we have a spike that is not easily accessible. But if we just go down here, behind, it'll teleport us above, and then boom. Okay, this is stage 26. Now, we have a randomly generating spike, and it's faster than the one that we were on previously. And this is going to be annoying because when you take damage and you don't hit for a while, you'll just regenerate and then you gotta start from square one. So let's see what we can do. Yes! Okay, stage 27. Now what I usually do is, I'm on PC, so I usually hold shift and spacebar, and I just tap the W key when I'm nice and high up. And that, I'm right above the lava. Okay, nice. And just gotta try and stay up here. Nice. There we go. Alright, stage 28. Now I have a 0.5% chance of dying when I press this code, so I'll see you at the end. Stage 29. Now we have a 3-block neo jump, but if you don't want to do that, you can just skip it with a ladder. Alright, we got a 2-block neo jump ahead, and a 1-block, another 2, and another 1. Nice, and a sprint jump this, same with that, and make it to the end. Now you can just crouch the whole way through the ladders. Nice and simple. There we go. Now you can just jump through this, no need to hold shift. Jump up there. Okay, found mushroom, let's go. Oh, that was high. Nope. There we go, come on, yes. Just jump through this. Okay, now we have a ladder. Now when you're going through the ladder, just hold shift and jump, and then just make sure you're looking up as well. Alright, there we go. Okay, now we got the water. Now what I usually do is I'm holding shift and I just press spacebar, and there we go. Alright, let's see if I can get here. Go on, yes. Underwater expedition, stage 30. Now on the right, there should be a hole behind us. There we go, there it is. Oh. Yeah, the water is kind of tricky. There we go, there's the spike. Easy. Stage 31. Now you gotta go up on this rope. I usually hold spacebar and shift, and I usually wait until I'm at the very top of the rope, because if I'm too low, I usually just not enough height and I just fall. So it's gotta make sure I'm at the height and then go forward in small increments or long. So it's just the whole way through till the spike. So I'll see you on the next stage. Okay, this is stage 32. Now this one's a bit of a maze, and there's so many places where you can go, but the correct route is just behind you, just up the ladder, and then over here, and up another ladder. And then you can either just jump straight through holding shift, or you can go through here, which is nice and safe, and then go through this tunnel. You'll go down, and then you go up this ladder over here, and then usually you go here, but there's actually a rope here because you can just hold shift and hold space, and then you're at the spike, up this ladder, and there you go. Okay, this is stage 33, and as you can see, there's 4 lava pieces. Now this one over here has a kill block, so you just gotta left click it. Stage 34. Now we just have to jump on this fat mushroom. Now you gotta time your jumps right just before you touch the water, and you gotta go forward. There we go. Nice and simple. Okay, this is stage 35 from what it says on the right side of my screen. And to get this, you just gotta go on top of the trees. See that little one with a little point? These are all flat. This one with a point is the one you got to go to. It's got a sign over here. Make sure you're not pressing the crouch button. You got to stand over there and just press it. There you go. Stage 36. Now the sign that kill you is on the right side of the podium here, as you can see. And I just press E on that. There you go. Stage 37. Should be easy. It sure is. You just go through the cornfield. You see a little hole over here, and you just press E to damage. Okay, this is stage 38. Now you have 2 choices. You can either take the easy but slow way, which is through the cobwebs and then into the spike. Or you can take the shorter but a bit difficult way, and that's the neo jumps. I will go for a neo jumps, see if I can finish this as fast as possible. Now the neo jumps are 3 blocks long. But I got this. Nice, that's the first one and the second one. And there we go, finished that quite fast. Stage 39. Now you have 3 choices to make, which is a bit overwhelming. You can either go up to here with a 3-block neo jump and then a 4-block neo jump, and then you go to a spike, or you can go through the ice one, which is fewer blocks, and then you can go through a normal block one, which up to here with the neo jump and then to the spike. I feel like this is the easiest. Fewer steps in this process. Yep. This is a 3-block. Nice. And then the 4-block neo jump. I just go to the edge. You hold shift. And then when you're ready, jump, hold W. There we go. Now this is just long pillars of glass. Nice and simple. Just 1 block away. So it's just nice simple jumps. No need to sprint. You just walk off that one. There you go. Just walk onto that. Nice and simple. This all the whole way through is really easy. But when you get to here, you gotta go onto a slab. There we go. Nice and slow. Because when you get to here, you get confused and you just start jumping down there. So you gotta go nice and slow. Keep an eye on where you're going. Where you should be going, not where you're going. Now, you got to here, you gotta go onto this. You don't need to sprint jump, just normal jump. Now, this is where you have to sprint. You gotta hold sprint and jump and go forward. There we go. All right, stage 41. Now, this has a disappearing and reappearing platform. Now, the obby itself is pretty simple, but with the added fact that the platforms disappear, just make it that much more difficult. Now you gotta try your best not to stay on the platform for too long, as it's unreliable and you could fall at any moment. Notice. There we go. Oh, I did it. Okay, and this is stage 42. Now the route to this is to the left. You have to go on this staircase and then go inside, and you see the ladder on the left again. Just go all the way up it. And then go out to the door, and on the left you see here, just go on the top staircase and then go to the left, and you see a vine that goes all the way down. You just go down there, and then a sign says he, and then D, and then this should be where the spike is. Just looks to be an obby. Nice and simple. Now remember, hold the crouch button and just walk through the whole way through. Nice, there we go. Let's jump through that, and then this looks to be a 2-block neo jump. There we go. It has no ladder, so you have to try your best. And these are sprint jumps. That's not. This one is. Now these are fine. They have a big surface area. Don't be intimidated by that. There we go. Nice, that's a normal jump. I'm sprinting for that one. Now, for these ladders, I just hold the sprint key and I first jump onto the first ladder, and then I just walk forward whilst looking slightly up. Like this. And there we go. I'm on that. They're nice and easy once you get the hang of it. Now, this is just a normal neo jump. As you can see, I can go this far out. This looks to be 3 blocks. So, ooh, okay, there we go. Nice, okay. And then that's the spike. Stage 44. Now this obby mainly consists of just ladders, but it's actually very simple. You just go up on the ladders, you're holding shift and W, and you just make sure you're on the very top of this ladder, and then just aim your mouse ever so slightly upwards. And now this has a very sharp turn, so you're gonna go on this ladder and then that ladder at the same time. And there you go. And you gotta make sure your mouse is just slightly like very up, and there you go. You're at the spike. It's all about speed, okay? Mushroom Land, stage 45. Ooh, now there's a sign here over here next to the large brown mushroom pile, just over on the right side of where you just spawn. As you can see, there's a sign here. Just gotta make sure you touch it. There you go. Stage 46, Mount Sostu. Now you gotta go on the very tippy top of this, and and on the left side, which is this one over here, the left pillar, you just have to go on this block right here, hold shift, go forward, and there you go. And then there's a damage sign. Stage 47. Now behind you on the far left corner over here, there is a well with no cover, so we just go straight to the void. Now behind you on the left, you see there is a cobweb with a lighter shade block. That's where you need to go. Now stage 49 is just a chill area, so you can skip this. Now this is another time consuming one because there are cobwebs all over the place. So when you go through the ladder, there's cobwebs in front of you, and when you go up, there's cobwebs over here. And when you're doing, and you can also go to the left, which is the Neo jumps. But if you fail the Neo jumps, you gotta go through cobwebs, then get through here, then go through cobwebs again. And I just feel like this is the most easiest solution. So I'll go that way. And now before we continue, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It really helps a lot. Let's continue. All right, we just go up this ladder. And it looks like this is gonna be another one of those long ones. So I'll see you on stage 52. Okay, stage 52. Now, as you can see, you have two options. And this one is darker and this one is lighter, a shade of black. But the one that is darker is the go-to. And it's the same as the last one. So the darker one is the most trustworthy. And as you can see, it's a little striped pattern here. The darker ones you gotta go on. Same as that. Over here. And these ones are also safe. So it's either or, whichever one you want. And as you can see, this part is lighter and that part is darker. And this is light, so it's like a little crisscross. And then these both are the same color, so either one you can go on. And there you are. Okay, stage 53. Now, it is underneath one of these trees. There's a sign. So behind you, on your left, there should be a tree right here, just underneath the bark of it. There's a sign that says 100 damage. Just gotta click that. Stage 54. Now this is going to be a lot more going on this stage than the previous obbies. Now we have the jumps, we have the rope, and we have the ladders and the mushroom. This is all things that we've just done. So we're just going to take it into practice. Nice normal jumps, you don't need a sprint, but I will. Now I'm going to hold sprint and spacebar when I'm on these. Make sure I'm at the top. Don't let go of spacebar at all, or the jump key. And just make sure I'm at the top. And make sure I'm not overshooting my W or forward key. There we go. Sprint jumping. Now the ladder, remember, you don't need to jump on the ladder because that'll just fling you off. You just hold sprint, make sure you angle your mouse just slightly up, and just walk. There we go. Nice, simple, and easy. Now, these are just normal jumps. You got the fat mushroom, and just right before you land, you can press spacebar or hold it afterwards. Oh, there we go. And these are sprint jumps, normal jumps. Now, I can go for this one and this one, or you can skip it and go through this one. Nice. Sprint jump, okay. And we have a 2-block Neo, which isn't too difficult. Remember, you hold the shift key, and you can poke yourself out if you want. Hold the shift, and jump and move. And then normal, jumping normally. And there you go. Stage 55. Enchant your armor with protection 3. Okay, so we need to put protection 3 on our wooden helmet. Now we can get Aura over there, and we just get the helmet, we disenchant it, and then it is all luck based, and I just got the enchanted helmet over here, protection 3, and I just submit it. There you go. This is stage 56, 100% rage on this level, angry face, and I am in cobweb straight away. There you go. Okay, we got Neo jumps coming up. Ooh, okay. And a 2-block Neo jump. A 3-block Neo jump. Ooh, okay. And as you can see, this is a lighter shade. So you're gonna go through this block. You gotta be careful. Okay, so you're gonna jump over this and then you'll get it. Stage 57. Now in front of you on the right, you'll see a rope going all the way up to the 3rd floor. We'll be going to the 3rd floor. We go all the way up into the coal storage room. And you see there's a lighter shade block here. That's where you need to go. Stage 58. Now we just have to keep pressing the code. You just have to be very patient. So I'll see you at the next stage. Stage 59. Now we have to guess a number between 0 and 50. It is a bit annoying, but you will get there. You just gotta be patient again. And if you do get muted, you can go and get a name tag and put a number on it and then press the code. Stage 60. Now we have to find the killer, and he's going to be in his house. So it is a long stretch, but the cobwebs are just annoying. That's the only difficult, or that's the only annoying part of the stage. All right, we're almost at the end here. We're going to turn to this corner. All right, there's his house. And looks like he's not here, which is a lie. He's just in that potion stand. And again, cobwebs. Can't get enough of them, can you? Just a few more stretches. Gotta go down. And then that's another tunnel just behind us. And then he should be standing right in front of you. Just a code block. Okay, we're almost there. And there's the killer. Hello. And just gotta press the code. Get killed. Stage 61. Now, as you can see, the spike is surrounded in an invisible block, and we have to type the magic word in the chat, so let's type that. Okay, yep, there we go. Stage 62, there are mushrooms everywhere, but there's a bug. So, free win. Stage 63. Now, on the right-hand corner of the map, there should be a lighter colored white block. There we go. And that goes straight to the void. Stage 64. Now, this is on one of the harder sides. Choose one side. Both are hard. Now, I had a more easier time with the right side, so we'll go for that one. Okay, I'm almost out of here, but as you can see, there are cobwebs all over the place. Now, there's a fat mushroom, as you can see, on the wall. So when you're jumping and you're too close to the wall, the fat mushroom will make you bounce onto the wall and then down into the cobwebs, and you slowly make your way back, which is going to be very annoying. So I'm going to crouch onto the edge and then release that, hold shift, and then jump and make sure I'm not too close to the wall. Now this is a 1-block Neo jump. There is no fat mushroom on the wall, so you should be fine. All right, and the next one will have another. The next one here will have a fat mushroom. It's another 1-block. There we go. So be careful. I just tap the D key, just so I don't go too far. We got another one. There's no mushroom here. Okay, we got a 1-block Neo jump, but over here we have a mushroom, so you gotta be very careful. There we go, we did it. This is stage 65. Now, just like stage 11 and 19, we go down a long chute of cobwebs, but as you can see, there's a bit of a discolored block over here. Now that is because it is a fake wall, so we have to wait until we're at the same level and then we walk forward. Okay, we're nearly there, so I was going to make sure I'm walking, and so I go inside through the wall. That's where the real goal is. That's the real spike. And there we go. Going forward, and there you see it. That's the spike. Now there is another block here, so you gotta be careful. Someone's going on the edge. Hold shift, jump spacebar. And there we go. Stage 66. Now this is an obby, and it's quite a lengthy one at that. But as you can see, there's a ladder here that says skip. So I'll show you how to do this ladder trick right now. So you go on the very top of the ladder, you hold the crouch button, and usually wait for 5 seconds. And then you jump, and you're on the very top here. And you can just progress normally from here on, but you'll skip just a whole bit over there. But I'll just do the obby itself. And then a sprint jump over here. Okay, it's gonna hold sprint and W, and there we go. It's gonna go on the edge, hold shift, spacebar and W, or forward, sorry. And we jump, sprint jump, and just normal jump, jump and tap W, jump and tap W, all the way through here. And I just did a normal jump and a forward. I wasn't sprinting. Same with this one, and the same with that. And there we go. Just gotta be careful. There's invisible blocks above you here. And there we go. Normal jumps, no sprinting is needed. Now these are 2-block neo. I'm gonna sprint for the neo jumps, 2 blocks. Curving my mouse inward. And there we go. We're past the neos, we're almost there. Now I sprint on these because there's a wall here, so I don't need to worry about falling. I'm not sprinting for that. And I'm going to sprint for this one. There we go. And I'll sprint for this one again. I'll do a normal jump here. And I can do a normal jump here as well. Same with this. Alright, no sprinting is required. I sprinted for that. And there we go. We've just passed stage 66. There we go. Stage 6-7. Now stage 6-7 is just like the chill area, but it has a shop where you can buy some stuff. We can buy an op, which sadly doesn't do any damage to anyone. And then we can buy a sword, which does the same. You can't do any damage to anyone. It's just there for decoration purposes. But you can buy a speed potion, which could be useful in the later stages. And then we have a code where we can just press it. Okay, and we're on stage 68. Now we'll start here. Now the red indicates where the invisible blocks are. So as you can see, there's a bit up. So we just got to jump to where these are. It's not too difficult, but as you can see the shadows, this is where the invisible blocks are. No. It's very simple, not too difficult. It is just a bit elevated, so it might kind of confuse you. But there we go, that's stage 68. Stage 6-9. The block appears when you close the door, disappears when you open. So it's currently closed and you can't go through it. But when you open it, it disappears. So what you can do is you jump up and you close the door on yourself, and you can climb up the 2 blocks. You close it and jump up. You keep doing this until you got it. And there you go. You open, you close, jump up. You open, you close, you jump up, and there you go. And you hold crouch and you just go forward, and there you go. Now for the ladder, remember, you gotta go hold shift and look slightly up and go forward. And there you are. That is stage 6-9 completed. Stage 70. Now it looks to be an obby made of wood. So it's pretty good. Now I didn't sprint for any of those, but I'm gonna sprint for this one up here. And I'm gonna jump and just go onto the ladder. And I'm gonna do a neo jump. This looks to be a 2-block neo. Hold shift and W. Curve the mouse a little. And there you go. Sprint jump over here. This is another 2-block Neo. I'm going to shift jump and curve the mouse. And I'm going to hold shift. And then I'm going to look slightly up again. And there you go. I've done it. Now I'm going to crouch the whole way through, holding W or forward. There we go. I've made it. I'm going to go onto the edge of this block. I'm going to hold shift. I'm going to hold the sprint key, jump and W. There we go. I'm holding W and shift at the same time now. The whole way through this. And the cobwebs are making us slow down, so we're slowing slowly and we're going further than what we usually would have gone. And then we're almost here. Now, we can either go through the cobwebs or you can do a Neo to the side. I'm just going to go through, nice and simple, no risks at all. And then that is stage 70 completed. I'll see you guys on stage 71. Stage 71. Now, it looks to be similar to stage 11 and 19, but it's going to be a lot more to do. So you go on the very top and you slowly make your way down. And then go through the cobwebs over here, and you go up the ladder, and then down the cobwebs again. There's a little corridor over here, which would probably lead up to here, and you go all the way down and into a spike. So this is just going to be another lengthy one. It's nothing too complicated, it's just a waiting game. So you got to be very patient for this one. Alright, and I'm almost done the second part of the stage. So we go through here. And there you go. Up the ladder. Oh, there we go. Well, you really thought I'll let you guys go down 3 cobweb droppers. And there you go. That is stage 71 completed. This is stage 72. Now we use this mushroom to get on top of this mushroom and into that room. So I'm going to go over here. And I'm going to hold shift. And then I'm going to move to the right. But as I move to the right, I'm also going to press the jump button. And then move to the left, and then there we go. I'm up here, and I was holding shift. And I'm gonna crouch. Center myself. I'm gonna hold shift whilst I'm doing this. And just time my jumps. There we go. Jump and go forward. Jump again. Ready. I'm gonna inch myself a little bit closer, holding shift. Timing my jumps and jump, and there we go. And then now I'm over here. Now I'm gonna go to the maze. Now I'm going to go to the right, I'm going to go to the left, and then the next right, and then the right again, and then straight on, onto the last right. Keep going, oh, and then take another right, and then you should be out of the mushroom room, and then in over here. Now you can either go all the way down, or you can go down and quickly hold shift and go onto that glass block. There you go. And now you're over here. There we go. Yeah, tiny bounces. Bounce and bounce. There we go. Now you'll be careful. Ooh. Now you gotta be careful because there's another mushroom on the walls and mushrooms over here. So I stayed close to this wall, not to get hit by any of the mushrooms because they'll bounce me all the way down there. So I held shift and then I just turned really, really quick. You gotta make sure you're staying close to, like you gotta stay as far away from the wall as possible. And then you can easily do that. And then now we have an opening over here. Now, as I'm falling, I press jump the second I land on the mushroom just to get extra height. And you can see I can get extra height because I'm getting a yellow particle effect. Ready? There we go. Just keep bouncing. When you're high enough, hold shift and W to go into this opening. And you go up a staircase on the left. And you go take another left and another left. And then you get a right. Right, and then you say, who created blocks? Now, the answer is Arthur on the left-hand side. We go down. There's a mushroom. Doesn't really do anything, don't worry. And then you have wool, or carpet. Wool carpets. Now, you gotta be very careful. There's a hole below. So you just hold crouch. and you hold shift, space and W at the same time, really fast, and that is a surefire way to not fall down. So you go as far as you can with the crouch, hold shift, W, forward and space bar, and jump all the way through. Okay, and crouch as far as you can, hold the sprint button, and W and space, and forward and jump. So you crouch as far as you can, then you hold your sprint key, W and spacebar, and there you go. That is stage 72 completed. Okay, we're on stage 73, and now to complete this stage, all you have to do is do /skip. Okay, this is stage 74, which is pretty long, but don't let that fool you. I'll show you how to complete this obby. So we gotta do this Neo jump. It's 4 blocks long, up here, and here. Now these snow blocks, you go through them. So you go up here, and this snow block, you just go here, hold the sprint key, and go forward, and there you are. You've made it out of stage 74. This is stage 75. Now we have to get a boat, and we have to place it on the water because it won't be placed anywhere else. And we just have to make our way up here because we need the boat for the end of the stage. So we gotta be very careful. We gotta be very patient as well. And let's go up here. Now we need a bit more speed up here because there's a little gap. So I'm gonna sprint and go. There we go. Ooh, okay. Yeah, you gotta be careful because the ice is very slippery. So again, you have to be very patient. Take your time. There we go. And up the staircases. Okay, very thin. And then we gotta do a turn. There you go. Now when we're over here at the end, we have to make sure we're centered to the ladder. And then there should be spikes just above us. Ready? I'm holding shift and I'm going forward. Now. There we go. This is stage 76. Now, as you can see, we got a lot of Neo jumps and a lot of fat mushrooms everywhere. But near the end, we have very few mushrooms. So the way you can do this is you can just go up here. And for the first 2 Neo jumps, you don't need to sprint. So you can just walk up, jump, and then curve your mouse. And for these ones, you have to sprint. So here we go. Do that and do that. And then we do that again. There we go. This should be easy. Just make sure you're not too close to the wall when you're jumping. There you go. This looks to be a 4-block Neo jump, so we gotta be very careful. Okay, and then we're on the edge, and we jump. This one has no mushrooms, so we're all good. And jump again. There's no mushrooms, so we're good. And that is stage 76. This is stage 77. Stage 77, rule number 77, 777 or 77 to die. So this is just another RNG luck based. So we're just gonna keep pressing this. You just gotta be patient. So let's do it. And there we go. This is stage 78. Now, it is behind you on your right hand side. So this is the right, behind me, and here you go. This is stage 79. So now we gotta find a button to die. So behind us on the right, we have a sign over here. We just press that. It'll teleport us here into the house, and we go up above the house with these vines on the left. And then into this little corner, we see a sign over here, just below the vines. We just click on that, and then we're in another section, and the sign is just on these cherry trees, the very back over here. And then we're over here, and all we have to do is go into the vine all the way up here, because one of these walls are a bit discolored. Actually, I'll go down so you can see. As you can see, one of the walls over here is discolored. So we go up over here. There it is. And then we press the code. To complete this stage, you need to go down into the cross. Now you need to keep holding W when you're going down because there's a fake wall over here. Alright, so I'll show you how to do it now. So you're going down and you're holding W, and there you go. There is the spike. This is stage 80, so we're gonna go on top of the temple and onto the corner here, and then we're gonna go neo jump behind this cactus, and then we're gonna go onto the ladders. We're gonna hold shift the whole way through, and then jump onto that ladder that is on the island, and we gotta do a quick turn. There we go, holding W, and then we just climb up here, and then we should see the spike just above. This is stage 81. And then we're gonna climb up all these ladders, and we're just gonna climb. We're gonna fall all the way down into the void. So I'll see you guys in the next stage. This is stage 82. So we climb up this ladder. This is a 5-block ice neo. The ice neo will give us an extra distance. There we go. Water, hold space when we're inside of it. And then we got the neo jump with the mushrooms. There we go. And then we got the water. We gotta hold space. And then we go down. Just a little snake pattern. And I climb up this wooden ladder. There we go. And down. And then up the ladder again. And then we got some more neo jumps. This is a 4-block, so you gotta be very careful. And there we are. And that is stage 82. This is stage 83. So we'll go on to the Alps over here. And there should be a falling block. And then you see that there's it says press to teleport, but don't do that. There's a hidden block on the right side. And there you go. This is stage 84. So we'll go on the left hand side on the very last row of bookshelves. And on the wooden beam, you see that one is a lighter shade. That's where you go. This is stage 85. Now behind me, there is a code block that when you click it will fling you all the way back. Now you can angle yourself either to the left or right hand side corner. And then you have to hold shift and move. There you go. This is stage 86, and this is an obby. So you have to complete this obby multiple times because the blue spike does not kill you instantly. So we'll do it just there. Jump. There we go. Come on. Well, there are quite a bit of new jumps here. Okay. There we go. Jump, jump, and here. Okay, and then you touch the spike, but you have to make sure you land on this, because so you don't have to go all the way down. And you have to do it really fast because you'll start regenerating. Now, I'll see you guys in the next stage. This is stage 87. So we have invisible blocks, but we can see them through the shadows and the signs. So we have one here and then another. And then this is a mushroom. This is stage 88. And then we have to climb a tower of doors. So what I usually do is I open some doors ahead of me, and then I close them and then jump up. And then I shift at the edge. So I jump up, I shift at the edge, and then I go back and I open the doors up a bit more. There we go. And I just do this the whole way up. There you are. And I'll see you guys on the next stage. This is stage 89. So then just behind me, we'll see that there are two doors. We'll go to the one on the left hand side. So we'll go here, we'll go forward, we'll take a left, keep going, and then you can see that there's one block that is discolored. We'll hold shift and go up there, and now we're on the second floor. And just above us, there's also another discolored block. So we'll go onto the edge, hold shift, and then we'll hold spacebar because there's a rope above us. There we go. And now we're up here. Now just on the opposite side of the map, we see that there are another two set of doors. We'll go to one right in front. So we'll go here. Now you go right to the right side, and as you can see, there's another discolored section here. We go through that, and it'll lead us all the way here. So I'll do a little cut. Okay, we're almost there. We just gotta turn this corner. And There we go. And then look, there's another discolored block just right above our heads. We'll go on to that. Got a little gap here. Crouch some of the stuff down. And there we go. Now we'll hold shift and go forward. There we go. There's a sign there. We'll just go across here, and then we can do some of the obby parkour. Then we got a neo jump. We'll do that. One block neo jump, and then one block jump. Last but not least, a neo jump on the ladder. And this is a very light block, so that means there's a fake one. So if you touch it, you'll just phase through it, and you have to start this all over again. And then just some one block gap space blocks here. And there you go. That is stage 89. This is stage 90, and we just go into any corner of the mushrooms. We'll just bounce up to the first, third, a second, and then third. Now we have to make sure we get into the center without touching any of these mushrooms on the side. Okay, there we go, just in the center, because if you touch the sides, you will start going all over the place, and you have to go out and back in. Now, gotta press spacebar the second you touch the water. There you go. One more time, and there. And that's the spike, so that's stage 90 cleared. This is stage 91. We got a fat mushroom and some ladders above us. So we'll bounce on this. We get some height. And when we're high enough, we crouch just as we're about to touch the ladders. And we go here. Now you gotta be very careful, as there's a block here, and this is a fake block. You go straight through it, so you gotta be very careful. So you're on the edge, forward, and jump at the same time. And there you go. That is stage 91. This is stage 92. Now, it's dark on purpose. And ignore everything that is in front of you. And the spike, it's fake. The real spike is just over here. As you can see on the right-hand side of the wall, there's a little area that is lighter. We'll go there. We go through the wall, and there is the spike. This is stage 93. And you just go this way, where there's the tunnel, and just this white block here, and you can go through it. I'll teleport you on top of the blue building with the green body, and you jump onto the gray building with the black roof. There you go, and there you go. That's damage. This is stage 94. Now it does say that this obby would be changed in the future, and I will upload a newer video for this obby. So we just go up here, we do a neo jump, and then we go up these ones which are slightly elevated, and then we just go backtrack onto that one and up here, and then we got the ice. I'll ignore that corner, but you can do that corner if you want. Be careful of the ice, and there we go. Neo jump, missing a block, there we go, and there we go. This is stage 95. Now there is a discolored block in the corner. We'll just ignore that. We'll go down the hole. Now we'll jump past these ones, but we won't go past this one. We will go, and it has a fake wall, and then another fake wall on the left, and that's the spike. This is stage 96, and you have to go up this ladder up into the bookshelves. Go all the way up, and just crouch to the edge, and down here with the little gap in between the blue and purple. And there's a sign just above the book, and we just had to hit that. This is stage 97, so we'll climb up here on the prismarine, make our way to the light block, and then up further, and then we'll go straight into the center of this green coral, into a warped area. Just keep going straight, and on the far left, the potions. We go down and we see the weapons, and on the left we see the forbidden items. Now we gotta keep touching it until we die. So I'll see you guys on stage 98. This is stage 98, so we go up to the ladders, we jump up on them, and we hold the shift button, and we look up, and then we're on this. We gotta do a neo jump. There we go, and jump here, And do another little Neo, but with water. And it says, and be careful of the hidden block there, but it says that you really fell for this, but this is actually a lighter colored block, so we can go through this. Okay, and it says, okay, we'll give you that. But then there's also another lighter block on the left side. And then there you go. This is stage 99, and it is on the right side of us over here. We'll just walk up to here, hold shift, and there we go. Stage 100. And if you guys made it this far, good job. Now, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe if you found this helpful. It really means a lot to me. Alright, without further ado, let's go into World 2. This is stage 101, and we got a Neo to start off with. There we go. We got another one ahead of us. Nice. Yep, doing that the whole way through. And then we got some elevated Neos here. Let's go on the edge, jump like normal. Let's go. Same here. This should be a normal Neo. Nice. And this is another elevated Neo. Another elevated Neo. There we go. And then we just go backtrack, but go on top over here like that. So. And then we're almost at the end. And then we just have a normal Neo ahead of us. And then we are finished with stage 101. This is stage 102. I'm going to go up here on the left. Now I'm going to be holding the sprint and jump button the whole way through this obby, so I can stay on top of the ropes. And you can tell when you're on top of the rope is when you start bobbing up and down really fast like this. Now you gotta be very patient, because if you rush it, you might make mistakes. So just take your time. Try your best not to hesitate and let go of your forward, because you might just fall straight down. There we go. Almost there. All right, and that is stage 102 done. This is stage 103. Now it says try to die in the main world. It'll teleport us here. And I will be heading towards lava. This is one of the methods I found, but there are multiple methods. So if you know any other easier methods, do let me know in the comments. All right, I'm gonna speed this up. This is stage 104. And we have another Neo jump to go through. Ooh, a bit of a Neo jump here. Ooh. And then we got some water. Jump and then jump again. And hold the jump. Oh. Okay, there we go. Then you got a sprint jump here. And then there you go. This is stage 105. Now just behind me here, you could be intimidated. It's the cobweb columns, but do not worry. There's an easy solution. As you can see, these walls are dark and this wall is light. So just do a little head bump, go into the edge, hold shift, just bump, and then there you are. Nice and simple, no need to go through all that. And there you go, that is stage 105 completed. This is stage 106. Now over here you see that there's a fake wall. Ignore that. On the opposite side, go over here and stand on this block and jump. And then there's another fake wall here, same color as the rest of the wall, except that. This is stage 107, the maze. Now we go straight, we take a right, keep going until we reach the end, and take another right here, and then keep going in a straight line, and then take a right here at the end, keep going and up the staircase, and then go through the first doorway, and then take a right and then a left, think over here, and just above you, you can see that there is a do to 100 damage, and that is stage 107. This is stage 108, and the whole part of this parkour is all ice, so you gotta be very, very careful. Now, the starts should be easy, simple enough, simple jumps, like so. Ooh, nice, and there. Now we got ourselves a Neo jump. You can always put yourself at the edge, safest option, and there we go. I'm gonna skip this corner. Don't need it. I can jump here. The ice gives me the extra distance so I can jump. There we go. Again, now I'm using shift most of the way, but for the smaller jumps, it's safer to just run and jump. Because sprinting, you usually just overshoot. There we go. Now you gotta be careful when you're on this one, because you will bump your head. Like so. So you gotta be very careful. So go on the edge and hold shift and jump. That is the safest option. There we go. And that is stage 108 completed. This is stage 109. Now we got a lot of water and then lava at the end, so let's go. Got to hold shift and spacebar. There we go. Almost there. And there we are. That was stage 109. This is stage 110. So over here on the right hand side, you see a structure. Now, just in the middle of it, you can see that there is a sign, and you have to hit it a total of 4 times. This is stage 111. So we go inside the house, we go into the room on the right hand side, and on the left, near the bookshelves with all the cobwebs, we go into this room and we have to hold crouch down the cobwebs and sink. And we should get 100 damage, and that is wave 111. This is stage 112. Now this is just a bunch of jumps and water jumps. It is pretty easy when you get a rhythm in. There we go. We have a Neo. Ooh, another Neo one. Few more. There we go. This is stage 113. So we have some webs in the way, so we have to jump over those, or around them, I mean. There we go. We can skip that corner piece because this is more trouble than it's worth, and we can safely jump that. And then we have a bit of a water jump over here. Nice. And then a Neo. We will get caught in the web, but that's fine. And then some basic jumps. And that should be 113 done. This is stage 114. So now over here, we have to mine 300 emerald ores to escape. Now, if you have gold coins, you can get the diamond pickaxe. But if not, you can get the gold pickaxe. And you can just pick up one of these generators and start mining. I don't have any gold coins, so I'll get the gold pickaxe, and I'll see you guys when I'm close to 300. Okay guys, I am almost finished. Just need 10 more. 5 more left. Oh. And there we go, that is 300. And then I just cash it in. This is stage 115. Now I'm sorry to say, but this is another long one. And you gotta go climb up all these ladders. And you gotta go all the way down. Now this will take some time, so I'll see you guys in the next stage. This is stage 116. Now it's just a normal parkour with a bit of water jumps added, but it shouldn't be too difficult. No. Safe jump. There we go. And then a water Neo. Just jump as soon as you land on the water. That's the normal Neo. And Neo is slightly elevated. Now be careful with these 1-block gaps, because you could activate your bunny hop. I'll skip this one. I'll just go on this one, because the bunny hop with added speed and it could throw you off. Now this is hold space, and I usually stay along the wall, just so, there we go. So I stay on the wall so I don't just walk off. There you go. And jump onto this and then jump onto that block. There we go. I'm gonna go onto the edge because you're gonna bounce your head on this. There we go. And that is stage 116. This is stage 117. So now when you spawn on the stage, you'll be looking at the cats, and then you just look at the cows on your right. Now you can see there's half a cow, a full cow, another full cow. So on the third cow's head and just up, we will, it's like around here. So we go into the mushroom, we count the cows, got 1, 2, 3. Now on the third cow, that's where the little opening the door is for the spike. We go. Okay, this is stage 118. So now it says it will TP to a random stage 50 to 98. Now, just to let you guys know, don't panic. It doesn't set your progress to stage 50 or 98. It just says that you have to go to that stage and to die again. You'll still be on stage 118. Okay? So I got stage 87. So it is just the invisible blocks, nice and simple. I can see the shadows. Done this already. Over here, and then over here. And then when you die, you'll be at stage 119. Okay, I'm on stage 119. So then we have a random room and a 50% chance of passing. We just press this code, we will get failed or passed. And it's just a game of patience like that. Okay, this is stage 120. So now what we want to do is we want to go behind us on our right hand side. There's like a green mound over here, a green wool block. And on the small tree, there's a vine on one of the leaves. We go up that. And then we go over here to the other tree that is really close to the bigger tree. So we climb up this guy. We climb up to here. And then we jump up on this wood log. And then go on this one over here. The wool block with the vine. We go on the edge because we're going to bounce our heads off this. And we're going to go and jump onto that branch. There we go. Up over here. And now there's a fake ceiling on the back part of this tree. We just jump up. And as you can see, we do press to damage 20. So we just keep doing this. And that should be stage 20. 120. Okay, this is stage 121. Now we have to collect 500 aura orbs to escape. Now we have red or yellow and green. So this is the scale of difficulty. This is easy, medium, and hard. And as you can see, we get a percentage. We can either get 0 to 60 orbs, or we can get 0 to 40 orbs, or we can get 0 to 15. Now it all depends on what you want to do, but I will do both, all three, just so you know what it's like. So this is the easy one, and as you can see, it's pretty easy. And then we have the medium one over here. We just get a neo jump like that, and then elevated neo jump, and then another elevated neo jump, and then there we go. And then last but not least, the hard one. And this is a 4-block neo jump. That's one. And then another one. And that should be, that's 86 total. Now, whichever one you choose, it doesn't matter. You just need to get 500 Aura XP orbs, and then you can escape. I'll see you guys on the next stage. This is stage 122. Now there's a hint. If you jump at the same time you land on the fat mushroom, you will jump higher. So now we just have to jump on a mushroom and go all the way up onto this big brown mushroom over here. And there should be a sign that says do to 100 damage, and that will bring us to the next stage. So let's get a just jump. There we go. Nice big high jump. And then we say press to damage 100. There you go. This is stage 123. So to complete the stage, you just go on to the right, over here, onto this wall, and then over here there's a block right here you can phase through, and just walk down or jump down, and there you go. It's damage to 100. This is stage 124. Now you just crouch, shift, and jump until the 3rd floor, and I'll meet you guys there. Okay guys, here we are at the end of stage 124. Now we just have to go onto this mushroom, and we have to be careful not to hit the sides or we go all the way back down and go through all that pain. Now, I'm going to hold the crouch button on the bottom mushroom, and then when I'm ready to go up, I release and go backwards and spacebar. And there we go. This is stage 125. This is just a free win, free skip. Stage 126. Okay, this is the last stage for now. Beware, if you press the code right here, you will reset to level 100. When the developers add more levels, provided you have not reset, you will rejoin and level 126, complete more Try to Die stages. If you found this video helpful, please subscribe to my channel, like the video, and also let me know in the comments if this was helpful to you and if you were stuck at any level. Okay, I'll see you next time. Bye! Ah.